Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started. It's the eCommerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your host, John Suder, Bart, Mroz, and Brittany Blackman. The eCommerce Minute is a production of SUMO Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm located in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's eCommerce Minute, episode 719.
In today's episode, Facebook announces shops turning pages into storefronts.
The global pandemic has made consumers even more likely to treat Facebook and Instagram profiles as the go-to source of information on local restaurants and stores. Chances are, if your favorite store has changed their hours or switched to online delivery / curbside pickup, they've almost certainly posted about it on Facebook or Instagram. So why not take it a step further and allow visitors to make purchases without having to leave the Facebook and Instagram ecosystem? Facebook has now unveiled a new e-commerce platform and several new shopping features in an effort to make its social network more relevant for business. The shops, which will be powered by third-party services, including Shopify, BigCommerce, and Woo, are designed to turn the social network into a top-tier shopping destination. Shops can be found on businesses' Facebook pages and Instagram profiles, and they can also appear in stories or be promoted in ads. Items that businesses have made available for purchase will appear within the shop, and users can either save items or place an order. While shops are free to create, they could create significant new business opportunities for Facebook in advertising, payments, and other services. Businesses will be able to buy ads for their shops, and when people use Facebook's checkout option, it charges them a fee. Businesses can also handle customer support issues through Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Eventually, the company plans to let users browse store catalogs and make purchases directly from the chat window. It also plans to enable shopping from live streams, allowing brands and creators to tag items from Facebook catalogs so they appear on the bottom of live videos. Facebook is also working to integrate loyalty programs within the shops. The company said you'll be able to easily see and keep track of your points and rewards, and they're exploring ways to help small businesses create, manage, and surface a loyalty program on Facebook shops. Zuckerberg said that shops will improve on the standard web commerce experience by storing users' payment credentials in a single place that they can use on Facebook or Instagram storefront. There are currently more than 160 small businesses using the company's apps. It's also the company's latest move to generate revenue from Instagram, which it purchased for $1 billion in 2012, and WhatsApp, which it bought for $19 billion in 2014. Although the shops are free for businesses to set up, Zuckerberg said he thought the improved commerce offerings would lead to increased advertising across Facebook's platform, which is the company's primary revenue source. Bart, I know you have specific thoughts about this. This is something that you have been...
Thoughts?
Yeah, thoughts. I know that you've been kind of rambling on about this for a couple of years now, and it's looks like your ideas are finally coming to fruition.
Oh my God.
You get a commission for this?
Yeah, I wish. I'm actually trying to find when we wrote that article or multiple articles about shopping on Facebook itself as sort of the QVC style of shopping. The problem is there's a whole bunch of startups that started to do video shopping, and I just never understood why you can't be on top of something like Facebook. It's all built in. It's already there. And this was coming. It's just a lot of years to get here. I guess that just kind of forced her. I mean, we knew it was coming because Instagram is doing a lot more shopping on their platform. Yep. So we knew that was coming. And something like Shopify was already integrated with Facebook really well. And these other ones are doing that. So you know that was really, really coming. It just forced our hand to do it.
Yep, I agree. I'm a little distracted here because I found when we were doing the article, I did a mock-up of what Facebook live shopping would look like. There's a UI mock-up on a mobile phone here. Very interesting. Gosh, we are trendsetters. Yeah, so this is, I mean, there's no surprise here. And I'm actually pleased at how robust this is. And I think this is really going to be great for smaller shops. and particularly the niche type stuff. And there's one example here in our show notes where it's a small paper company, like small kind of tactile artsy things like this really translate well in Facebook because you can create conversations around these items. They're very, obviously everything is very shareable, which is, Facebook's thing. And I think who's really going to win with this is the smaller, the starving artists that just need a place to sell their stuff. And the fact that Facebook will store your payment info makes those impulse purchases a lot easier. So for instance, you got someone who's selling these really quirky greeting cards and it's $5 and your payment stuff's stored on there and you're feeling sentimental. That's easy peasy. I mean, you're pushing that all day long.
Where do we think this will stack up against like Etsy?
It will explode a lot more. So that's funny. I found the article and that was 2016.
Wow.
And I said in 6 months, I predict someone would do it. Because it took him a little longer.
I needed a little kick.
Yeah. So the reason I'm saying this is that, so actually I did play with this and you can do Facebook. You don't need Shopify or anything else to do this. You can just straight do it in Facebook itself if you want to.
Right. I'm asking you, like, you're saying you just set this up yourself as long as you're controlling your own inventory. You don't have any channel going through someone.
You don't have to. Yeah. You can just go to Facebook Commerce Manager and do it inside of it without setting up a shop.
Right. So a guy like me, I have a stack of stickers and a few T-shirts. Easy peasy. I'm right online. Mm-hmm. And that's where the customers are too. That is the crazy thing is that somebody who would buy these types of things are more likely to be on Facebook or Instagram. Definitely Instagram.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think
so Etsy wise, like Etsy has been a little bit of a struggle. I mean, they're probably doing okay right now just because, a lot more people are on it. But if you think about it, it's the same story I've had about QVC and Shopping Network with Shopify. It's already built in. Your advertising is built in. Your customer profile is built in. All your data is built in. Why not use it? Yep. It's already there. As much as people complain about Facebook and stuff like that, everything is built in. It's already there.
It's well said. And I also think big brands obviously will step in and win with this. I could just right away, I look at this and I imagine how Target would implement this because they're
already there.
Yeah.
Nope. So already there. They just did it.
They have their design aesthetic, and you could just imagine what it looks like. And Bart has said it's already there.
It's already there as of yesterday, partially, or this weekend. Target already has it on Instagram, partially because the guy who runs eCommerce, the Facebook Commerce sort of channel, came from Target.
I don't know that.
So I just found that out yesterday. But that's, it already is there. Why not do it? If you're advertised, why not just shop? One of the craziest things is like, Instagram still doesn't have links on their page, right? Except for shopping.
Is that crazy? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of schools of thought there that they want to, the reason there's no links on Instagram, they want to keep you there. And to create the shopping experience within Instagram, that just furthers that, like, it just furthers that argument and makes us people wishing for those external links cry a little harder. But that's why they have link trees and things like that you can use. But it's such a pain. So let's talk about Instagram for a second. I think now, do you remember back in ye olden days when Facebook said they were paying $1 billion for Instagram and we thought, oh my God, like these guys, the two founders, they really hit a home run here. Like,
yeah,
if you imagine that sale went through today, it would be 40 billion, or I don't even know what the number would be anymore. So now
I think
in hindsight, that purchase looks like a bargain. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think YouTube and Instagram, the both things they bought from the bigger perspective are like, YouTube was one of the biggest, right? Mm-hmm. And then Instagram got bought for $1 billion, and I think they underpaid it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And I thought I was like, wow, these guys, man, you're never going to hear from them again. This is going to go right into the sunset. I think I think they just left Facebook last year, right? Because I think there wasn't a good culture fit there. Yeah, that looks like a bargain now in hindsight. So. Crazy. So I think this is really going to be, a real success for Facebook. And although, I knock on Facebook a lot, but I think anything that supports, smaller commerce is great and makes it easier for people to purchase crap. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to close this one with a little stat time. Amazon still controls about 44% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Its online sales rose 24% year over year to $36.7 billion in Q1. But fell from the previous quarter's $45.7 billion. eBay has a 6.1% share of e-commerce. Facebook announced Shops the day after it released results from a survey that showed nearly 1/3 of small and mid-sized businesses had stopped operating as of April. timing for them. And finally, Facebook reported Q1 earnings on April 29th, with EPS growth accelerating from 8% in Q4 to 101%. Analysts are looking for 51% growth in Q2, and that's from investors.com. There's some interesting stats of how the world's billionaires have gotten even richer during this pandemic. Very interesting what's happening is this world is changing very quickly because of all this. Go check out Facebook Shops. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at SUMO Heavy.